back at it again. Late nights, post game reaction with yours truly, the one, the only. Back at it again. No introduction needed. Let's get started. Let's get right into it. Congratulations to the Toronto Raptors. Excellent win tonight. They're able to defeat the Washington Wizards 107 to 111 and was able to get ourselves into the 500 seed of the Eastern Conference standings with a come from behind victory. Um, and overcoming basically a 23 point deficit to beat the Washington Wizards. So kudos to Toronto Raptors. Player of the game was Pascal Siakam, 39 minutes, 39 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. We defeated the Toronto Raptors. We got rid of them, took care of business, handled business as we should have. Salute to our guys. Literally, we're behind virtually the entire game. If you go look at it, Washington was beating us from the first quarter 32 points to 25. They had second quarter they 32 again to 20. Third quarter they were still beating us. We were down by 10 points in the third quarter. It wasn't until the fourth quarter when we actually turned up and Washington went basically 7 minutes without scoring a point. And Raptors were able to you could see it coming because the Washington basically imploded right in front of our eyes, and the Raptors were able to basically because Washington imploded, the Raptors were able to utilize that to get the victory. So kudos to the Toronto Raptors for that. That's all I have to say because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to. If we had lost, this would have probably been one of the more humiliating losses because this would have been like one of those ones where it's like Washington couldn't score a damn point. Once that fourth quarter hit, they couldn't score a point. They literally did. I don't even recall them scoring for it was like literally. I don't think they scored it. Like they scored 16 points in the fourth, and that was about it. But it was like all early in the fourth, and then everything else was just kind of like they imploded right in front of our eyes, and the Raptors were able to exploit them and get them out of here. So kudos to the Toronto Raptors for that. We got the victory. Um, Literally, we did what we had to do, and that's what we're supposed to do. There was certain things that I didn't like during the game when I was watching throughout the quarters, like on the Raptors side, just from like the turnovers that I saw from like Dennis Schroeder and him getting blocked and him trying to take it to the rack and just couldn't get to the rack, yo. Honestly, watching NFL games, so only watched the fourth. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Not hear you still. Yeah, definitely. The Raptors. Salute to my guy Louis, bro. The Raptors ended up folding in the fourth quarter. I mean, the Washington Wizards folded in the fourth quarter. Raptors were able to expose them and exploit them. So kudos to the Raptors for that. Like honestly, like Pascal Siakam had probably the best game. Him and Scotty Barnes were pretty much the the de facto, and then also Precious Achua coming off the bench. He was pretty good. He gave us some solid minutes, and then also our guy over here, what's his name? Our boy over here, Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher came in there and he gave us some really, really good minutes in that fourth quarter. I like what I saw from Chris Boucher. He dunked on some no-name around Washington, him attacking the rack, hitting the threes, just stuff like that. Like he blocking shots. There was so much. You saw his presence in the fourth quarter. Like him, Scotty, and Chris Boucher played like excellent basketball in that fourth quarter. And they were the de facto. They were basically the reason why we won that game. And Washington folding, Washington fumbling. Like Washington they basically imploded. Like I said prior, like they literally blew a lead. They were up like 23 points and they blew that. And Raptors were able to come back and win. So, and it's good for Raptors for utilizing and capitalizing off of Washington's blunder. But we're gonna get into the stats for tonight. Honestly, Jakob Poeltl, 24 minutes, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 for 8 from the field goal, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, minus 14 tonight. Dennis Schroeder, he played horrendous. 34 minutes, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. He was probably his worst game tonight. 2 for 2 from the field goal, 1 for 12 from free throw, 2 for 2, 1 for 12 from the field goal. So this dude was bricking left, right, and center. Like, dude could not get his shot off if his life depended on it tonight. Like, literally. His plus minus was 2. And then we had Scotty Barnes, 38 minutes, 19 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, 8 for 17 from the field goal, plus minus 3. And then Otto Porter, 14 minutes, 5 rebounds, 5 points, 2 rebounds, plus minus 3, 13. And then we had Pascal Siakam, 37 minutes, 39 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 9 for 14 from the free throw, 5 for 20, 15 for 24 from the field goal, plus minus 18. So, Pascal had a night tonight. Like, he was really cooking tonight. Like, he was really doing his thing. Grady Dick, on the other hand, 24 minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 for 4 from the field goal. Some good two plus minus 2 tonight. Good productivity from Grady Dick. We got to just get Grady involved, and then Grady can kind of he has to still find his role, but he's just, as the more he plays, the more he'll start to find his role, and more he will get a Malachi, 22 minutes, 6 points, two rebounds, 1 assist. You know what I mean? And then Chris Boucher with pretty much the big quarter over there, the fourth. Basically 19 minutes, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. So just kind of like, that was so 20 minutes, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. You know what I mean? Like, bro, 3 for 5 from the field goal, 1 for 2 from the 3-point line, plus minus 14. So Chris Boucher had a pretty good night tonight. And then Jalen McDaniels, 4 minutes, 0 points, and that was basically it. That wrapped it up. Gary Trent had a right foot, so basically he's not playing. He has a right foot injury. Freeman is in the G League. Koloko still got respiratory issues. I hope he's all right, man. I don't know what's going on with this guy, bro. We need to get him out of there. Gary Grant Temple, DMP, Thaddeus Young, DMP, Noel, DMP. So it's kind of like that was pretty much it for us tonight. We were able to get the win. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room first and foremost. From what I'm going to talk about the pros tonight. First, we'll talk about the pros, then we'll talk about the cons. All right, so we're going to go with the pros. The pros for the Toronto Raptors tonight was Pascal Siakam's and Scotty Barnes' effectiveness out there. They played really hard. They really pushed the tempo of the game. They capitalized on it. There were certain blunders happening between both of them. But at the same time, you started to see how hard they started to play in the fourth because we were down by 23 points. Washington was spanking our ass. I was like, we're about to lose to Washington. Like, come on, man. We're going to lose to Washington, man? Bro, this is not even a team that we should be even like. This is a team that people even forget about. Like, what did Washington, who they got? Kyle Kuzma? Like, who do they have on that team? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, we can't really be losing to teams like this. We have to really beat these kind of teams. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. Like, we were losing to them. We ended up pushing the tempo in the fourth. We ended up playing relentlessly, and we ended up really just kind of closing the gap. And basically, from that, when we got to the fourth quarter, we were down by 10 points. So we started to see the momentum start shifting. The Raptors used that down by the third quarter. When the third quarter ended, we were down by 10 points. So going into the fourth, Raptors continued on that momentum and basically held Washington only like 16 points in the fourth quarter. And the Raptors basically utilized that and just basically froze Washington out. Washington couldn't score a point. Washington went like 7 minutes. They just couldn't score. They couldn't score anything. And I started noticing they kept missing. They kept and nothing was getting to Washington couldn't get anything going on. And the Raptors were able to exploit that. The Raptors were able to just keep attacking. The reality is we should have probably beat them because if you look at it in hindsight, it was a good for strategy for us to keep pushing and not relying too much on the stupid 3-ball that can get you out of a game, but attacking the rack. That's what some people forget, how beneficial it is to attack the paint and just trying to score close to the basket. The more times you attack the basket and try to score closer to the basket, you have higher probabilities of scoring at the net. You have higher probabilities of getting fouls, and you have higher probabilities of even getting rebounds as well. Like when guys are crashing the boards. So the Raptors were able to do that tonight, and the Raptors were able to get their victory. You saw Scotty Barnes attacking. You saw Scotty Barnes being very relentless out there, and that's what I like to see from our guys. That's what I want to see. I want to see guys attacking. I want to see guys being relentless and the paint. That's where we're gonna the paint. If nobody else is, let me tell you something. In life, if you see people, there's everyone's doing the same thing. You want to be different. You want to stand out. You want to be able to like kind of win. Do the complete opposite. And that's what the Raptors have to do. If everyone's shooting threes, attack the rack. Attack the rack, attack the rack, attack the rack. The whistle's going to start favoring on your side. You're going to get guys fouled out. Hit the threes if they're open. If you see guys open, yes. But high probability, attack the rack first. Stop trying to use the three as the de facto scoring mechanism, but use the paint as the mechanism to score and try to get more of your points over there. And that's what the Raptors did. Chris Boucher attacked the rack. Scotty Barnes was attacking the rack. What's his name? Pascal Siakam started hitting his mid ranger close to the paint, the rack, and that's what you got to do. You got to really be close to the paint, right? And kudos to the Raptors for being able to identify that and just utilize and playing hard defense, like really stopping this team, like just playing good old defense, like good defense, man. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what you got to do. You got to play defense, man. That's what our guys need to start relying on. Actually playing our defense, playing our games, playing to our playing to our strengths. If we play to our strengths, the sky's the limit. That's what we have to do as a basketball team. Play to your strength, not to your weakness, to your strength. Your strength, your strength, your strength. Raptors did that. Kudos to the Toronto Raptors. Got the win. Was able to beat the Washington Wizards. Now some of the cons that I see. All right, the turnovers from our point guard. Our point guard, man, he couldn't get to the right. It was probably his worst game I seen. I've watched every single game this season, so I can't sit down here and cap like, oh man, you got guys who will sit down here and start telling, like just giving you scouting reports and analysis on a game they never watched, literally. So you can't do your analysis on something you have no clue. You can't sit down here and talk about I read from whatever media outlet I heard on this platform or that platform. No, watch the game yourself and then kind of come up with a report. So our guy over here, Dennis Schroeder, had a horrendous game. Horrendous game. Like, bro, he couldn't get nothing going. He attacked the rack. He got blocked. He was getting turnovers. He couldn't hit a shot if his life depended. Like literally, somebody could have had a gun to his mama's head and he couldn't he wouldn't even be able to hit a shot. Like literally, that's how bad it was. He couldn't get anything going. Literally, like if his mom's life was on the jeopardy, he couldn't hit a shot to save her life. That's how bad it was for him tonight. And it was just kind of like it got to a point where I was just like, oh man, if we're gonna lose the game, this is the reason why we might lose tonight. So that was some of the cons I was seeing. And then his turnovers, something he needs to tighten up. This is a team where you got to inflate your stats. You know, I get it. You know what I mean? Listen, every dog has their day. You know what I mean? There's going to be some nights you're going to be off. It's just human nature, right? Like you're never going to have like, you're not going to just walk, unless your name is like Wilt Chamberlain or something where you're beasting on everybody. You're not going to you're not going to cakewalk through everything every night. There's going to be nights where you're going to have nights where it's not going to be working. And I really think this is the point where he's having nights where it's just not working right now for him. You see what I'm saying? It's just not working. It's not working, yo. Tonight, it wasn't his night. And you could see it. It was a night where we really, really needed him because I think if we had stronger point guard pay, we would have probably most likely would have gotten, because we kind of still have I still think our bench is weak. I don't think we have years prior we had bench mob and all that stuff. We had guys coming off the bench putting in straight up work. So it's kind of like we don't have that right now. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't have that. And unfortunately, like you could see it out there when we're playing, right? Like we just what we're lacking. And I honestly think like tonight was one of those nights where it's just kind of like if we had stronger bench play, there would have been a lot more I think would have been a lot more. We would have beaten this team more convincingly. We still beat them, but at the same time, it came down to the stretch. And you know how I feel about like my mindset about beating teams down the stretch. Like I'm not too big on that. I want to beat teams outright. Like I don't want to sneak up on guys and beat them because it's like when we play real good teams, you're not gonna see a lot of those flaws. So teams like this, we have to just get them out of here. And I think, yeah, I get it. OG Ananobi, we have just guys getting injured. Gary Trent injured. Just kind of like we're already starting with the injury stuff is starting to happen. So Chris Boucher came in and he stepped up. Chris Boucher gave us good numbers tonight. I think Chris Boucher was the bright spot in that fourth. I like the way he played. It didn't matter. He was going to play, and he played two-way basketball. He's blocking shots, grabbing rebounds. He was attacking. Yo, he gave us good minutes, and that's what I like from Chris Boucher. You see what I'm saying? Like he gave us good, really good minutes, and because of that, I believe that helped catapult us. Of course, Pascal's 40-point game. That was another. That was another plus for us. You know, and that was like a telltale sign. You know what I mean? And we needed that from Pascal, of course. You know, that was probably and then even down the stretch when the game was like on the line, you know what I mean? He came in there and put us up with like, and then he put us up, so it was great. And then Kyle Kuzma got the ball and stepped out of bounds, and then basically that's all she wrote. Raptors Dennis Schroeder iced the game with the free throws, and that was all she wrote. So that was great. That was great. I really like that a lot. That was really, really good. And I like that word a lot. And I think that was something that, helped us and really got us what we needed and got us to, get us the win. So I think Dennis is going to have a bad game tonight. Some of the other cons that I saw was some of the stupidity, like Pascal Siakam double dribbling like brain farts. Like he's just his brain just like you know what I mean, just kind of like just like silly stuff like that. Like come on, bro. At this point in the NBA, at this point in your career, still double dribbling when the game is on the line, and then the Raptors not being able to close them out. Like it took them so many tries, so many tries to get points up in that fourth when they should have just been when they, like it was just kind of like just missing certain little shots, and it's just like certain things you got to get these guys out of here. Man. You got to stomp on their neck and just cut them dry. Like kind of like how like Golden State or teams like you got to like in the fourth quarter we should have blew them up by like it should have been like a whole bunch of points we had on them. We weren't able to get that on them, unfortunately. So just stuff like that, man. Just stuff like that I saw, man. I just wasn't feeling, man. You feel me? So it's just kind of like I just wasn't feeling that. Honestly, just wasn't feeling that. So, but we got the win though, so it is what it is. You know, kudos to our team for at least making sure we didn't fumble that. We should have. We got to get these easy teams. This is a team that's not even on my radar. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Not on my radar. Not a team I'm looking at. Not a team I'm even thinking about. So, the fact that we beat them, good thing. It's a really really good thing. We got him out of here. We can move on. Next. And that's how it is. So we beat him next. And I'm happy about that. So I don't care. Straight up and down. I just don't care. We beat him. I could go to sleep at night knowing that we beat him good. And that's all that matters to me. Simple as that. Real talks. So I'm not even gonna hold you guys. I know the game is going on. I know everyone's watching that football. I know, you know what I mean? I know everyone's watching something else right now. We got Milwaukee on Wednesday, November 15th. I'm looking forward to that game. Milwaukee Bucks, Toronto Raptors in Toronto. We beat Milwaukee already. Hopefully, we can get some guys back like Gary and Precious as well. Salute to Precious. He came and he gave us some good minutes. I still think Precious needs to really, really step up, take that next step as a legitimate role player because I still don't think he's a legitimate one. I think he kind of gives you swifts of stuff, but I need to get more consistency from him. So if Precious could do that, then we have something going on. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, we got Milwaukee next. So we got Milwaukee next. We got a tough schedule ahead of us. Milwaukee, the way we beat Milwaukee is we got to play defense. We got to play up on their ass. We got to get on them. We got to make sure that, yo, they feel us. They know we're here. They feel our presence. We're attacking. We're really doing our job. We're doing our damn thing. And they feel it. They know it. And they see us. That's the first step. Once we're able to beat them on them, beat them on that side, then what the next step is, what we have to do is we have to like we have to just play defense, hard nosed defense. Scotty Barnes got to play big. We got to get big minutes from Scotty. Scotty got a beast out there. I still think Raptors need to look more for Scotty. I think Scotty needs to take at least might take 20 to 25 shots per game. How many shots did he take tonight, Scotty Barnes? I think he needs way more shots. He took 17 shots tonight. So I think he needs upwards of 20 to 25 shots. Pascal Siakam took 24 shots. If Scotty can up his shot total, that'd be great. And then Yakov as well. I think Yakov needs more looks. 6 for 8. I think I need Siakam to get to at least 14. He needs to double that number, maybe 16 shots a game. Like if he could get more shots up and more, his rebounding is impressive. No, sorry, his rebound's not that. It's okay, 6 rebounds, but I think he could double that. He could give me a double walking machine. You know what I mean? So like these are things that I want to see. I need to see more from Malachi Flynn, bro. Like I'm keeping it a beam with you, Malachi. I'm not too impressed with you right now, brother. I'm not too impressed with you. I still don't think I still haven't seen. You haven't given me a defining moment yet, bro. I'm still waiting for your defining moment, bro. I haven't seen one yet. So you got to give me a defining moment, Malachi. I need to see something from you. People are like, oh, I don't care. I'm not listening to what other people say. I'm going off of what I'm seeing, bro. I've watched this team longer than anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody can sit on here and tell me anything. Most of you guys are not even watching the game. That you guys are gonna listen to the playback of this. And I hope Malachi's listening to the playback of this too, because at the end of the day, I need to see more from him. 2 for 5 from the field goal. 1 for 1 from the free throw line, bro. I need to see, bro. Look at the assists. 2 assists. No, 1 assist in your point guard. You're the backup point guard, bro. You gotta have like 7, 8 assists, 9 assists, bro. You gotta be out there just freaking Houdiniing it with the ball, bro. Performing magic. Like, come on, bro. Like, real talks, man. Like, Otto Porter, okay. Salute to Otto. Pascal, great game. Great numbers. 15 for 24. Bro, 62% from the field goal. 9 for 4 from the free throw. That means 64% from the free throw line. I think you should be at least, bro, free throws. Guys got to start scoring them free throws consistently. I think guys should be going for guys should not even miss free throws in my pick. If you're in the NBA, you shouldn't be missing free throws. It appalls me and shocks me how guys can miss free throws when you're that tall and you're that close to the basket. Like, you should be hitting those free throws left, right, and center. Nobody's guarding you. They're uncontested. 3-point shots, 0 for 4. So he didn't hit a single free 3-point shot tonight. Pascal Siakam still was able to drop, and that tells you everything right there. Still was able to drop 39 points without a single free throw. Without a single free throw, he was able to drop 39 points. Pascal's been doing work. That's debatable. I don't know about that. I'm not gonna sit on here. I'm not gonna sit on here and argue or even have that. He still needs to be. He needs to do a lot more. In order for us to get to where we need to get to, he needs to just. He can't just be putting it. He can't just be giving us games like this some nights and then giving us games like he did with some other teams. So I need to see more consistency from his side in order for me to sit down here and be like, yo, this guy's the one. And that's for everybody on this team. I got to hold everyone to a higher standard. You see what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, yo. The last few games, bro, go look at his stats the last game. There was one game he scored 10 points. Like, what are we talking about? Like, who was it against? Was it the Celtics? He scored like 10 points. Don't tell me he's putting in work. When you're going up against Jason Tatum and those guys, and you're going up against guys that people thought you were better than or at the same level, or there was a debate who's a better player, you know what I mean? And you're averaging about 17.3 points per game this season. Nah, bro, you should be averaging about 27 to 28 points per game. You know what I mean? This is your team, bro. This is your squad, bro. Let's keep it a buck, bro. This is your squad. He scored 17 versus Boston Celtics. He scored 10 points versus Philadelphia. 10 points against a team that we need to be competing with. A team that's in our same conference. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? Hmm? What are we talking about? Philadelphia. We're in the Atlantic Conference with Philadelphia. You're forgetting? We're in the same Atlantic Conference. This is a conference rivalry game. We got it. Come on. You can't be scoring 10 points and then 8 points for Sacramento and talk about he's putting in work. You see what I'm saying? And then you have a 30 against Dallas, and then 39 against Washington. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. And then 31 Dallas. It's like very inconsistent. Then 11 points versus Philly. He can't score against good teams. When he's playing the best teams, when the higher teams come along, and your conference, you got to be able to perform, bro. You can't tell me you can't sit on here, and I'm not going to sit on here 8 points versus Sacramento. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about, man? Putting in work? Come on, man. I'm calling Toronto Raptors fans out, bro. Put your comments in there. Anyone want to smoke with me? Bro, I got time. Bro. I'll call you guys out on your BS, bro. Listen, I'm a fan. I'm calling the team out. I'm calling out the real. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with this team right now. And the reality is, the only way we can get this work done is, we have to really, really, really start putting in consistent runs, and we got to start playing more and more clean. Our team is playing like 50% basketball. Like we're if you grade us, we're a D team because our win percentage is showing that. We need to get our win percentages up, and we need more consistency from our top players. So let's keep it a beam. As far as the statistics go, it's kind of like, bro, you can't sit down here and tell me 2 for 12 versus Sacramento on November 5th. You see what I'm saying? And then 5 for 11 versus Philly, only 10 points. He got his uptick. He got to be taking at least 20 shots per game. He's only taken 20 shots twice this season. Tonight against Washington, where he got the 39, his season high. And then Dallas, where he scored 31, 25 shots. He needs to be taking at least 20 shots per game. We need more uptick from him as far as the scoring side goes. And then against Portland, he took 21 shots. And that was a loss. You know what I mean? 9 for 21. Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, bro, the uptick needs to be more, bro. I'm just calling it out, bro. I'm not PC over here, bro. I'm calling the bullshit, bro. I'm calling it out, bro. I'm expecting a higher grade from a guy who's been in the league for many, many years now. You see what I'm saying? He's been in the league for many, many seasons. So, we got to call it. We got to call it, This is his 10th year in the NBA, bro. Or is it his 10th? His 9th season in the NBA. Come on, bro. 9th season in the NBA. You're a veteran at this point. You got to give us more, bro. Our vets got to give us more, bro. You know what I mean? Real talks, bro. So, to my guy, the Omari Wave, but at the same time, I'm calling it out, bro. Real talks, man. So, yeah, we got Milwaukee next. But overall, though, good comeback win. Good to see we got the job done. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Win is a win. We got to get our victories. We got to get our W's, how we can get it. And that's that. Like, honestly, real talks. I don't really care how we win. But at the same time, I know when we play the higher end teams, the upper echelon teams, when we start getting into like Philly's not no joke. Boston Celtics, no joke. Philadelphia has a great team. Plus, they have our ex-coach on there. Plus, they have Tyrese Maxey on there, who's a nightmare for us. We don't have we haven't found a way to even stop Tyrese Maxey. The other day, I seen this guy scored 50 points. Bro, Tyrese Maxey scored 50 points. He dropped a 50 piece. I don't even think he's the first guy to score 50 points this entire season. It's a career high. 50 points is no joke. You score 50 points in the NBA, you're real hot. You're having a game. You're having a hell of a night. You see what I'm saying? You're the hottest thing on the court. And the hottest thing in the league at that night. Maybe even that week. You're the hottest thing in the league that week. And if you go score 50 points and you can have a consistent run throughout the month, you be the hottest player you'll be the player of the month in the NBA. You'll get that award, the player of the month. You'll get recognition for that, which is excellent because the more player of the months you have, the better it is for your accolades when your season ends because you get on all NBA team lists. And once you get the more NBA team lists you get, the higher your stock is. And the higher your stock is, the more money you accumulate and the more incentives you're able to receive from the NBA. So the reality is is a great thing to be player of the month, even player of the week. I used to watch when I was younger coming up, I used to watch Allen Iverson getting player of the week every week. Tracy McGrady getting player of the week every week. Tim Duncan getting player of the week every week. Like them guys were no joke. Like them dudes were just player of the month, player of the week. Like that was like regular. Watching NBA action. Oh, player of the week was Suits NBA action. I see that show still on. I love that show. Whenever I watch that show, it just kind of it gives me memories of me watching when I was a kid. And they used to have the NBA top 10 countdown at the end. The best plays of the week. Oh man, you see some crazy ass plays. Because some of the games you don't see, you just see the plays. And you're like, whoa, crazy. Because you only see your team, right? Unless you're watching every team. I don't think you're watching every team. Nobody's watching every team. So, but yeah, definitely. Suits NBA action, NBA TV. If you don't have NBA TV, go get NBA TV. Go watch that. Go support the league. And if you're in the Toronto area, go get Raptors TV as well. Go watch that as well. Support the Raptors. And also, yeah, you already know. Like honestly, shout out to the Toronto Raptors though, getting the job done. And NBA action, you know what I mean? You'll see player of the week next week on NBA action. You'll see Terry Maxey's 50-point on NBA action. Real talks. So yo, honestly, salute to you guys. Salute to my guy, Louis. Salute to my guy, the Omari Wave. Salute to all the people that are watching the stream tonight. I'm wrapping the stream up. We'll be back on Wednesday. We do have the Milwaukee Bucks on Wednesday, which is a big game. We have Milwaukee, and then we have our NBA tournament, first NBA tournament game in Toronto. We're going to be playing at the Toronto Raptors court over there in the over there. They're going to play the Boston Celtics for the NBA Cup in that the tournament game. So we have that tournament game. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to look. Our jerseys, the court. I wonder how the court is going to look. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty tight. I think it's going to be cool. And yo, definitely. Also remember, I am giving out Raptor tickets. I am doing the Raptors giveaway. Stay tuned for that. I said to myself they have to at least be a 500 team or above. If it's anything under 500, I will not be giving out tickets to a losing team. They have to be in playoff contentions. And then there's going to be rules and regulations. I'm still figuring out how I'm going to do it, but you will hear about it shortly on what strategy it is. I will be giving away either it could be for depending on where you live. If you live in the city of Toronto, I will give you. I know some of our followers don't live in Toronto as well. So if you don't live in Toronto, it doesn't matter. I could get tickets for a team that's in close proximity to wherever you live. So you can go to that game as well. Or if you live in Toronto, you can go to the Toronto Raptors, active Toronto, because some of the people don't live in Toronto. They live like they don't even live in Canada or in Ontario. They live in like United States, or they might live in like Europe or Africa. So or they live in different states in the United States, because not everyone lives in the same state, right? Some people live in different cities or different states. So if the Raptors are coming to your city in the United States, in whatever state you're in, we'll get you a ticket close proximity. Or if you live in Toronto, we'll get you tickets for the Toronto area. Or in Ontario, you're gonna have to find your own transportation, but you'll get over to it's not hard to get over there today. Or you could just get tickets for the Raptors game if you want to come to Toronto and just watch them. But we'll give you I'll give you tickets, simple as that. But we're gonna do the contest very soon, so stay tuned for it. I'm looking at maybe around the holiday time, the contest will go through. You know what I mean? And definitely that'll be a great Christmas gift to whoever wins that. But anyways, listen, salute you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're signing out. We'll be back against the Milwaukee Bucks on Wednesday. Adios. Peace.